All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving headfirst into a theory from Mahabo that's, well, it's pretty mind-bending. It doesn't just question what you think you know about time, it suggests you can actually go back and edit it.
We all feel defined by our past, right? Our wins, our losses, all those moments that supposedly made us who we are. But what if that's all just an illusion? What if your personal history isn't set in stone, but more like a default setting you've just never thought to change?
So, this whole idea hinges on a huge shift in perspective. Forget thinking about your life as some pre-recorded videotape that you're just forced to watch. Instead, I want you to picture it like you're a film editor. The past? That's not a finished movie. No, it's a massive library of raw footage, and guess what? You're the one in the director's chair.
Okay, so let's get into the how. How in the world could you possibly edit time? To even begin to wrap our heads around that, we have to completely reboot our understanding of the universe's operating system. Forget the old-school idea of a clockwork machine. I want you to think of reality as this incredibly advanced, open-world video game.
Now, every good game has its rules, right? And the number one rule of this cosmic game is efficiency. The universe is actually kind of lazy in a smart way. It runs on a super tight budget, a principle the theory calls computational economics. It just can't render every single particle of everything everywhere all at once. I mean, the processing power needed would be insane. It'd be the ultimate system crash.
And this is where it gets really cool, because it completely reframes quantum physics using a trick every video game designer knows: lazy loading. You see, a game doesn't draw the entire world at once. That would be a waste of power. It only renders what your character is looking at. And this theory says the universe does the exact same thing. Anything you're not observing is just this fuzzy, low-energy wave of possibilities. But the second you turn your attention to it, bam, it has to collapse into a fully rendered, high-energy particle for you.
And that leads to a seriously powerful conclusion. Your attention is literally a form of currency. It might be the most valuable resource you have. Where you choose to spend it, that's a direct command to the universe's game engine. It tells reality where to focus its resources and turn that messy cloud of probability into the solid, detailed world you experience.
Okay, so if our attention is what renders the present moment, what's guiding our attention? I mean, is it just random? This is where the whole theory gets really poetic. It takes this ancient, powerful symbol and gives it a total quantum-level upgrade.
And look, this isn't just coming out of nowhere. The idea has some seriously deep roots in physics. The legendary physicist John Archibald Wheeler, he proposed something mind-blowing, that our observation of a particle right now actually reaches back through time and literally creates the history of that particle's journey, even a journey that started billions of years ago.
And that brings us to the absolute core of this theory, the pearl-chasing dragon. See, we usually think our past pushes us into the future, right? Like the tail of the dragon is just shoving its head forward. This model flips that completely on its head. It says there's a powerful, desired future. That's the pearl, and it's not pushing, it's pulling you. It's the attractor that guides where the dragon's head, the present moment, goes.
So let's break it down. It's basically a three-step process. First, you set a powerful intention, a deep desire for your future. That's your pearl. Second, that pearl guides your conscious choice right here in the present moment. That's the dragon's head turning towards it. And now for the wild part, step 3. To make your present choice make sense, the universe instantly back-calculates and generates a perfectly logical past, the dragon's body, that leads you right to this very decision.
Okay, so let's pause for a second. If the universe is a game and you're the one rendering your reality by choosing where to look, that raises a pretty massive question, doesn't it? Who exactly is the player?
And again, we can find a parallel for this in some really out-there physics. John Wheeler, he once floated this incredible idea. What if every single electron in the entire universe isn't many, but is actually the exact same electron? Just one particle, zipping back and forth through time, its single path tangled up so it looks like a whole crowd of them.
So, this theory takes that wild idea about the one electron and applies it to consciousness itself. It suggests that you, me, every person you've ever met, we're not actually separate players in this game. We're all just different avatars, different camera angles for a single player who's experiencing its own creation from every possible perspective at once.
And this connection, this one-player idea, isn't just some abstract concept. It can show up in very real, very physical ways. Think about the incredible bond you might have with a pet.
The theory would say that's two fragments of the same consciousness connecting with each other. You, a high-resolution version, and your pet, a lower-resolution version. And in that connection, your pet almost acts like a biological grounding port, helping to stabilize your own emotional energy.
Okay, let's tie all of this together. If the universe is a game that generates itself, and if we are all just different perspectives of one single player, what does that actually mean for you, right here, right now, in your life?
Well, it means that your past isn't some heavy backpack full of rocks that you're forced to carry forever. It's more like a cloud of infinite possibilities. Remember that library of film footage? It's just sitting there. Your choice, right here in the now point, is the command that reaches into that cloud, selects one single historical timeline, and makes it real. It solidifies it as the official story.
So really, the whole thing boils down to one fundamental shift in how you see yourself. You are not the character trapped in the plot of a movie someone else wrote. You are the editor, sitting in the cutting room with the power to decide which scenes make it into the final version of your life story.
And that leaves us with one last, really powerful question to think about. If the future you wish for is what generates the past that gets you there, then what wish are you choosing right now? What pearl is your dragon chasing in this very moment?